Welcome to Would I Wear This? My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be looking at Brut Original. I just got this in the mail, and I just sprayed a little bit on my hand, and I was really inspired to just make a quick video about this and give you my thoughts, because I've also recently purchased Pinaud Clubman. And so in this video, I'm going to compare and contrast a little bit and just give my general thoughts on this stuff. So I sprayed some on my hand. Let me first take it out of the box. It comes in a nice glass bottle, decent sprayer, and I'm not going to focus too much on the presentation packaging because when I watch these review videos, honestly, I'm just focused on the smell. I don't really care so much about the presentation. This is just a bonus, if you will. So I sprayed some on, and I'm going to spray a little bit more on here. The big contrast right off the bat between this and Pinaud Clubman, because I've heard some comparisons between the two, and this one in contrast is not as powdery as the Pinaud Clubman for me, and probably because I've smelled the talcum powder before I actually bought the aftershave, but that one to me smells like liquid powder, talcum powder, and I like the smell, don't get me wrong. This one, it has a powdery smell, but in the difference here is this added like anise sort of anise flavor to it. It gives it that classic Brut smell. So I recently also in the store smelled the new formulation of the Brut Splash On. This is a much smoother smell of that. It's very, very similar. Obviously, you can smell the same DNA, but this smells good. Another thought that came to my mind is this is actually, while it's very cheap, I think I got this for maybe like, I don't know, 13 bucks on eBay. It doesn't smell cheap. Like, it's very interesting. It's something that you could definitely wear and pass. I will also say, in contrast to the Pinaud Clubman, which I'll probably do a video about as well, this one doesn't smell as strong in the sense of the projection. The Pinaud Clubman, I was very, very shocked about how much that stuff projects and lasts. Like, I sprayed some on and I got at least I was still getting whiffs of it up until, I don't know, for about 4 hours, which for an aftershave that was about $8, $9, profound. This stuff doesn't smell as strong, but it's got a very pleasant aroma to it. Would I wear this? I absolutely would wear this. And to give you some reference, my two all-time favorites, the two titans in my life, which I'm going to have to do videos about if I haven't already by the time you've seen this, is the 1974 Givenchy Gentleman, the original formulation, and also the Polo Green by Ralph Lauren, also the original formulation, not the modern reformulation, and I'm going to talk about those in a different one. So, yes, I would wear this. I would recommend this. It's a very safe scent, and I have to tell you, I started getting into, I didn't say I'm not into Brut, but I definitely appreciate Brut a lot. And I cannot tell you, there's women who love this smell, okay? There's one woman I was seeing, and very, very attractive woman, also somewhat older, I would say probably in her 40s or so. She loves this smell because those women came up around the time when this is what the men would wear, their fathers, or in this case, it was her ex-husband. Or ex-lover or something like this. So this is a very reminiscent smell for that age group, but in general, this is something that, you know, youth could wear, and it's classy. It's got a barbershop smell. It does have that powderiness to it with the anise. I don't know all the note breakdown, and I'm not trying to pretend to be a perfumer, an expert scent smeller. I'm kind of giving it more of a raw. My intention is to give more of a raw, just kind of a simple, practical, would I wear this smell? Yes, I would wear this. I think this is an excellent daytime scent. I think this one, unlike the Clubman, I think the Clubman for me is more, I would wear that personally more during the day, not so much at nighttime, although you could go with it. This one feels a little bit more versatile because it's not so, it's got to me, more of an elegance to it. The Pinaud Clubman is more the fresh and clean vibes, although it's not necessarily fresh, it's more of the clean vibes. Fresh for me is more of that soapy, which Pinaud Clubman for me is not. It's more of the powdery clean. This one kind of is powdery clean, but it also, again, it has something else to it that gives it a little bit more, for me, a little bit more elegance, a little bit more class, and it's a little smoother than the Pinaud. I think this is my initial reaction. I will spend some time with it and give it a solid wear. I would say This is something that I would spray on my clothes because I found with these aftershaves and this is an EDT, it smells more to me like an EDC as far as like you can tell right off the bat, it's not like a huge performer. I would spray this on my clothes. I'd tell you there's a brand called Electric by, I forget the name of the actual company. It's Electric. You can find it in like the CVS here, which where I got it. And I absolutely love the smell of that stuff. It smells like you're spraying on soap. It really smells like you just got out of the shower. And while it doesn't last too long on my skin, when I take it, it's so cheap. It's like $8 or $9. I put it, I decant it in a little glass spray bottle that I get from Whole Foods, and just just kind of do like a nice few 5, 6, 7 sprays across your shirt, and you get wafts of that throughout the day. Especially if you wear a jacket on top of it, you get a little heat going on it. It works well. So this is one that I would definitely spray on my shirt and clothes as well and cover myself in this. And it's got a nice pleasantness. I kind of appreciate that it's not so projecting because I think some of those like designer scents now, like I'm not into the designers, I'm very much into the classic formulations. I think that some of those are too strong for their own good. I think this is one that while it's not weak, it's one that's pleasant, but it's not off-putting. I think if this was turned up a notch, like the volume was turned up to like a parfum or something, the way it currently sits, I think it may become more of a, maybe not so much. I think it's a good way it is now, and I'm very happy to rock this. So yes, I would wear this. I would recommend this to anybody who's into classic scents, anybody who likes barbershop style scents. I think any age group could pull this off. I do think younger men could pull this off if they have a more mature vibe. Otherwise, if you're used to more like those excessively sweet stuff that you get from the designer stores like Nordstrom and stuff like this, probably not going to be drawn to this. I will say though, my story, which I'll share more about, is I was originally how I came into the fragrance kind of this hobby that I've had was through the designers and then through some of the niche stuff. And then one day I smelled a classic formulation. It was actually the Givenchy Gentleman, but it was a modern formulation of it. And something, smelled really nice about it. And then I ended up coming back to it. And that's how I got into this rabbit hole of more of the classic formulation. So if you're a younger man, I would say give it a try. It's very, very cheap and affordable. And you can spray the heck out of this stuff because of the affordability of it. And I would say this is probably going to last about maybe 4 hours on clothes. You probably get about 6 hours out of it, maybe more, but you can freshen up. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Brut Classic Original EDT. I do have I'm very excited about coming in a few days. I'll probably do a video about that. It is the original Fabergé cologne in the original bottle with the Fabergé on the neck and all that stuff. I'm going to do a nice review of that. I'm looking forward to compare and contrast how they smell compared to each other. So if you like this video, give me a like, drop a comment, and let me know, have you tried this, or are you willing to try it, or what is something that you would compare this to? And yeah, I'd love to hear from you. God bless. Wishing you the best.